All right, so we just finished our second last training here in Coachella. We have one training left, and then we're going to finish up by playing a game against Bay here on Saturday.
So if you could give me some highlights of the week, let's start with on the field. Like, what do you think some of the positives are that you're bringing out of this week?
I think some real positives are, of course, game time. We got a good test and good minutes against Houston that gives us a lot of good answers and lots of good ideas about what we need to continue to work with. Another positive is definitely being able to spend time together as a group in a different setting. We've had a lot of time on the pitch to go through details and situations, but of course also having that time outside the pitch is really important here to continue to connect with each other and build those foundations.
Yeah, I feel like that's the best part of this, and I talked to some of our younger players too that never even went to college, and this feels like college for them, where they get to spend time with their teammates and get that connection, which I know has been so important for us right now. But looking ahead to Saturday, playing against Bay, is there anything specific from the Houston game or that you've seen in training that you're trying to focus on and implement against Bay?
I think every game we need to add on. So of course, we have a quite quick pre-season, and we're new as a group with a lot of new players, new coaching staff as well. So our first game, it was about to put a foundation. Then we need to try and perfect that foundation, but we need to add an extra layer on. So every time we play here now, we add something new. Because if we would have added everything from the beginning, I just think it would have been chaotic, and we wouldn't have known really where we were standing. So against Bay, it's about keep doing the things that we have been doing, but we're going to add something extra as well.
And I know I joke around a lot about the connection thing, but I do think it's really important, and I really love that that's been such a focus. So we talked to you like day one when you first were here, probably feels like eternity ago, but about a month ago. And now we're 4 weeks in. Where do you see us at that connection on and off the field? Like, are you sensing a vibe shift with the team, which is getting closer?
I definitely think that we are improving as a group, that we are more connected here now, especially around some ideas and some values that is important for us as a team and as a club. And I think that is so important, because that over time becomes our identity and something that people can see as that is a trait, that it's something that is very common when we look at SanDiegoWave, and I think that is so important because that creates belonging. So those parts I'm happy to see. I still think we're early on in that process, and as I was saying, like, it's been a lot of change, it's been a lot of new people coming in as well, and I think if you want to have quality, that always requires time, and I don't really think there is any shortcut in bypassing that. So it's important that we stay on and that we work deep, so we get real quality in the work that we're doing.
Awesome. More. You probably had some expectations with whether it was the group as a whole or certain players at the beginning. Now that you've had a month under your belt with this group, is there anything that surprised you, or anyone that's really stepped up, or something about the group dynamic that you weren't expecting to see?
You know what? I'm trying to stay away from having too sort of fixed expectations when I'm coming into a new environment, because I think then you view everything from your expectations and your lens. I think one thing that I bring is standards, and I know what best standards look like, and I think that is helpful. But I'm also very curious going into a new environment, because it doesn't mean that everything I've done in the past has always been the perfect way of doing things. And I think the only way that you sort of can challenge yourself is being curious about those things. So I'm really trying to use these first weeks here to listen, to look, and to see ideas. And now here we're getting closer to saying, like, how can we work and implement processes that can be as effective, as good as possible.